Tonight, more details have been released in the Iowa Secretary of State's lawsuit against the federal government. That suit was filed Tuesday by Paul Pate and State Attorney General Brenna Bird, calling on the U.S. Department of Homeland Security to provide access to citizenship data to verify voter statuses. The lawsuit claims Iowa requested said data but never received it. Now, 3 exhibits were filed Tuesday. Larissa Leone joins us now to show each exhibit. There is a documented timeline of the steps the Secretary of State's office took in an effort to obtain the details of thousands of non-citizen voters.
Stephanie, earlier this week, Local 5 broke down the details of the lawsuit you just mentioned. But today, I wanted to break down the 3 exhibits you mentioned included in the suit. Deputy of the State and Chief of Staff of the Iowa Secretary of State, Michael Ross, authored the 6-page document, stating on October 1st, the Secretary of State's office formally requested information that could help verify the citizenship status of registered voters. On October 7th, the Iowa Department of Transportation fulfilled that request. The lawsuit states between October 7th through the 22nd, the Secretary of State's staff reviewed the list and found over 2,100 names. The office also found that there are 65,000 registered voters who do not have an Iowa DOT number, which Ross states made it impossible to verify their citizenship status using the Iowa DOT data. The suit goes on to state that on the night of October 24th, an agent from the Des Moines Field Office of United States Citizenship and Immigration Services left a message with the Secretary of State's call center stating he would be able to look people up to confirm their citizenship status. Since October 25th, the Secretary of State worked with that agent and exchanged messages and a phone call back and forth until Monday, October 28th, when the agent said that he had a few more names to review to confirm their citizenship status. Later that day, Ross claims the agent informed him the list comparison was complete and that his review revealed 12% of the self-identified individuals on the list were not citizens. Ross says the agent then advised the Secretary needed to send information to USCIS, answering questions to obtain the list. Ross says the agent then advised that the Secretary needed to send information to USCIS, answering questions to obtain the list. Ross then notes the Secretary sent the information to the email address as directed, to which they received an email from Ms. Rachel Abarca with U.S. Department of Homeland Security requesting that Ross fill out a case form. Ross states the office completed the form and filed it. And on Tuesday, October 29th, Ross notes he heard back from Ms. Abarca, who shared the local office provided her a response indicating that each name would have to be reviewed manually. After more days of back-and-forth communication, Ross was informed on Wednesday, October 30th by a U.S. Department of Homeland Security supervisor that the request had been elevated to an executive level. It's important to note that as for what happens next, the ball is in the Fed's court, meaning they have sole control on what happens next. Ross wrote in the affidavit that Senators Grassley and Ernst also called for the election integrity data.